It is an honor for me to welcome all the students, family, and esteemed staff joining us here today to celebrate the success of my fellow peers. I would like for everyone to take a moment in silence in remembrance of lost members of the community this past year, especially Hoover senior Joey Klein. Thank you. As I began to put together this speech, I realized I could go on for hours about our years spent together, about the memories we've made, and the lessons we've learned. Looking out upon all the faces of those gathered here today, the feeling of pride is almost palpable in the air. Our class is truly a special one. If we have done anything over the past 4 years, we have persevered. Through endless change and obstacles, we have come out the other side, all the better for it. In my eyes, we are unparalleled in school spirit and overall impact on the Hoover community. If I know one thing, the class of 2022 is bound for greatness. Whether your next steps keep you close to home or take you far away, you will always have a place to come back to here in our own little corner of Northwest Des Moines. I believe a thank you is in order for every parent, staff, and coach who supported the tumultuous journey of this era of students. Please join me in a round of applause. I truly believe that none of us would be sitting here today without that support system. Our dreams have finally become plans. Endless possibilities lie ahead for all of us. So please let me be the first to say, congratulations, graduates. All senior performing arts students, you may now go to your places. Thank you.
Good morning, parents, community members, Hoover staff, Des Moines Public Schools staff, students, and good morning to the graduating class of 2022. My name is Quinn Kelly, and I am the new principal at Hoover High School. Seven weeks is the amount of time I was able to watch this incredible class. It wasn't anywhere near enough time. You see, this Hoover graduating class is special. I knew it from the first day I started. These seniors began coming up to me immediately, introducing themselves and telling me why Hoover was such a special place. I found myself quickly falling in love with our corner of the city, the Northwest Side, and Husky culture more and more with each student I met. How could I not? It was clear these seniors loved their Hoover. They have been pouring their talents and love into it for 18 years. And wow, these students, who I can now proudly call my students, have the energy and talent to spare. I've sat in all these last 7 weeks as I've watched them shine. on the field, on the stage, on the dance floor at prom, and in the classroom as well. You see, there's something very, very special about this generation of Americans. Generation Z. They are passionate, they are loyal, they're a bit ruthless, but most importantly, when they care hard. That tenacity and passion is what myself and many of you in here today have been able to observe as these seniors have navigated the many challenges that come during a K-12 educational career. There's also a lot to be concerned with right now in the world. I can see why Americans feel disillusioned and hopeless, although I also feel that despair time to time when devastating events like school shootings and challenges with COVID occur. I have to be honest and say that alongside that despair, I often also feel hope. Every day at my job, I get to watch as young people, these very young people, walk their paths toward innovative and incredible dreams. And when staff and I look at them, especially the Hoover class of 2022, we can't help but feel an overwhelming sense of contentedness and hope. When people ask me what I think about today's youth, my answer is always the same. They inspire me. They inspired me by taking action against injustice after the murder of George Floyd. They inspired me as they planned to combat climate change, not taking for granted the land that gives so much to us. They are passionate, they are loyal, they are ruthless, they care immensely and choose to stand up not only for themselves, but for the people they love and the chosen community that they have built within the walls of Hoover High. I believe they will be the generation that gets America moving together and in the right direction. Hoover class of 2022, make no mistake about it. You will face challenges and some of them will feel insurmountable. Don't let an obstacle stop you from what's best for your growth, even if it takes several attempts. People will want to help you as often as they want to hold you back or stop you altogether. Do not stop. Do not stop. Our country, our world needs a generation that thinks differently and is willing to work across diverse groups and unique mindsets to create new solutions to the same problems we keep facing. You are the generation that has what it takes to make this world, our country, and this city the place, an ideal place for all people. Parents, guardians, family, friends, teachers, and Northwest Side community, thank you for everything that you have done to raise this class into the incredible young people that sit before us today. Class of 2022, we are all behind you as you head out into the world. So here's to you, Herbert Hoover High School graduating class of 2022. Go forth, take care of yourselves, take care of others, and good luck. Our first student speaker is Sage Johnson. Sage comes from a family of Huskies and will be majoring in vocal music and music therapy at the University of Iowa. She is the Thespian Board President, a member of National Honor Society, the National Council of Youth Leadership, Best Buddies, golf, marching and concert band, jazz band, is a journalist for the Hoover Challenger, and a part of community theater. Please welcome Sage Johnson.
Be the change. This simple phrase of only 3 words has consumed the entire being of our high school experience. Be the change. It has become so important to our community that the phrase was painted on the ceiling down the long hallway to Meredith Middle School, a hallway most of us recognize as the longest walk in the entire world. Some of us have even walked it for the past 7 years. While those words have been written above our heads for only the past year, we have embodied those 3 words with the transition from middle school to high school. On one end of the hallway, we're running relays in the 6th grade Olympics. And once we get to the other end, we're winning state titles in track and field and cross country. One day, we're walking the long hallway to the Dennis Hildreth Auditorium to watch the big kids perform during the school day. And just earlier this month, we're performing our very last Hoover drama performance. While this end of an era feeling may seem extremely scary, this is just the beginning. In the famous words of basketball coach Courtney Henderson, change is coming. For us, the class of 2022, it feels like all we know is change. Change in every aspect of our lives. And if I'm being honest, I've always hated change. As a sucker for tradition, having a high school experience that did not in fact match up to the fantasy I'd created in my head was extremely difficult. Change is uncomfortable. Change is disappointing, yet change is always around the corner. As the class of 2022, we've experienced going to school or sometimes not going to school during a global pandemic. We experienced and witnessed social and political changes our nation faced, protests to protect the lives of many of our student body, and bills passed that affect our student athletes and trans community members are just a few of the examples that flood our media streams and our minds while continuously trying to pass our classes. We've experienced and witnessed violence in our schools and in our communities. We also experienced change in leadership, both nationally and within our Hoover community. Class of 2022, I applaud you for learning to adapt with the many changes we have faced. High school never goes as planned, but with the obstacles in our way, these past 4 years have taught us how to accept change and switch the narrative that change can be good. We can become the change. Learning to become the change is something that comes naturally to our generation. The long list of challenges that we faced is simply just the beginning of what is yet to come. As I've stated repeatedly in this speech, our generation is a generation of change, a generation of inclusivity, a generation of understanding. Yet, there are still instances where we, as the class of 2022, need to step up and be the change we've been hearing about all these years of high school. I am so grateful for the Hoover Challenger newspaper for allowing me to express my anger, happiness, passion on topics that need attention in our community. But I can only write and speak so much. It takes someone to read, listen, learn, and understand issues that are surrounding us. I am so proud of our accomplishments, journeys of tackling adversity, and the joy we've experienced at Hoover High School. But it is our job to step into the next chapter of our lives and to continue to seek positive change. I am so incredibly excited to see the change that the class of 2022 will create. Thank you.
When former Hoover student Jane Renee Hentges died from injuries she received in a horseback riding incident in 1972, her parents chose to honor her ideals of service when they established the Jane Hentges Humanitarian Award. The award contains a quotation from Ulysses by Alfred Lord Tennyson. It reads, "I am part of all that I have met." Every year, the English and Social Studies departments collaborate to recognize a Hoover senior who best exemplifies these traits through their humble and sensitive service to mankind. This year's award goes to a student who clearly demonstrates this humanitarian ideal through their positive attitude, leadership, and ability to make everyone feel welcome. When asked about this student, Spanish teacher Ms. Suarez stated, "This student has become an essential member of our Hoover community. There is no task that this student can't do or an opportunity that they will not take. This student is a deep believer in teamwork and a true leader at heart." This theme of being welcoming was a common statement from Hoover staff members when asked about this student. Publications teacher Sarah Hamilton stated, "Everyone knows they can go to this student for help in the classroom." English teacher Nick Jackson stated, "This student is a top student and very personable to everyone." Science teacher Mrs. Moore expressed how the student will be impossible to replace in Hoover athletics. Mrs. Moore said the following, This student leads by example by showing their teammates what it looks like to hustle during every drill. It takes a mature leader to be unfazed when faced with adversity during their match. This student did not waste an ounce of their ability by neglecting opportunities to improve their game and improve the game of those around them. This student is a true leader. This year's recipient has truly become a part of all that they have met. It is a great honor that we recognize this year's award winner, Logan Cleese. Our final speaker is Winnie Pham. Winnie will be attending the University of Houston as an honors student to pursue a degree in digital media. She is the president of Hoover North Esports, a governor's scholar, a member of National Honor Society, part of the Des Moines Youth Symphony, and an Iowa Asian Alliance scholar. She has volunteered for multiple nonprofits and led a voter registration drive as a sophomore that registered almost the entire senior class. I am happy to introduce Winnie Pham.
Good morning, parents, teachers, faculty, and students. Thank you so much for your kind introduction, Mr. Freilinger. Congratulations, Hoover Class of 2022. I am so incredibly honored and grateful for this opportunity to be standing here and speaking in front of you all today. However, seeing you all gathered here in the Knapp Center is eye-opening to how many individual names I get to hear today in the next few hours, so I will do my best to keep remarks succinct. This is the first year that we have returned to what seems like a new normal. We have survived a global pandemic and so much more that came with it. Each and every one of you have experienced a different version of the pandemic, but all of us came out of it learning something new. Whether that be learning how to skateboard or learning what the 40 different variants of masks were, we all changed because of our COVID years. My favorite question that I asked my friends and teachers when we came back from online school was, do you feel like you've changed over quarantine? Because one, I genuinely forgot how to hold a normal conversation in person, but also because introspection is an incredibly powerful tool that we don't take advantage of as much as we should. It allows us to reflect on our words, character, and actions to grow and become better versions of ourselves. Especially during those challenging times, the days where we had nothing to do and nothing to talk about, that silence we all felt during it was essential. My answer was yes, I did change drastically. Growing up in an Asian American household, my parents share a familiar story that many of my first-generation students could relate to. We came over here to give you a good life, so make something worthy of it. And because of that, there was never any time or space to feel or understand your inner emotions. It was a clear schedule. Wake up, go to school, study, volunteer, repeat. And that might sound awful, but that's what I did. I would say pain is temporary, but GPA is forever. I was terrified of disappointing my parents and their whole reason to move their lives to America. This changed when I'm sitting in my room during spring break, isolated again. I had no grades, volunteering, or extracurriculars to distract me from my own thoughts. My world that I knew was changing, and I couldn't control it as I could before. My inner thoughts became negative, and I blamed myself for things outside of my control. I was struggling with depression and anxiety and had no idea how to confront it. Constant messages and notifications soon all became muddled, and days meshed in together as my grades dropped with them. Like a lot of people, I should not have waited until the last month of junior year to fix my grades. My last resort was asking for an extension. It was a long time before I could hit send on an email to my English teacher explaining my situation. I was scared that she was going to see me as weak for not being able to handle the work at the time. However, her response was the exact opposite of what I expected. Support flooded in from Hoover's faculty and everyone I talked to. And I finally realized that people cared, and all I needed to do was to let them know. When I think about if I hadn't sent that email, I would have never found therapy and the help that allowed me to live and see another semester pass by. It took recognition and confrontation of my negative thoughts and helping it with a plan. I ended that year with the best I could do, even if it wasn't the grades that I wanted. The depressive cycle was broken, not only because my teachers and staff cared about me, but also because I cared about myself. While today may be the end to our 4 years at Hoover and a celebration of all the good things that happened, I hope we can also all recognize the bumps and the failures we had that still led us here. Today is only one moment in our lives. We are all going to move on to more days, more weeks, and more months, where we may feel like it could be the peak of our lives or it could be the bottom of the barrel. However, when at that bottom, it's important to know that you are not alone. Once we walk out of this building, remember that just because you leave Hoover behind, the memories and the lives that you've touched while being here will stay with you. Whether you realize it or not, the mark you left here is only one of many marks that you will continue to make as you go on to adulthood. Take a moment to look around and be proud of yourself and everyone around you of all the things you achieved while being here. This is only the beginning of all the big things you'll do, no matter how you define big. Congratulations, Hoover Class of 2022. You made it.
Well, good morning, friends and family, and mostly graduates. My name is Matt Smith, and I am the interim superintendent for Des Moines Public Schools. I would love nothing more than to provide you with a riveting 35 to 45-minute speech, but why don't we go ahead and get to the actual aspect of what we all came here to do, which is to see these graduates walk this stage and receive that diploma. So graduates, let's make this official. The class of 2022 has met the requirements established by the state of Iowa and our Board of Education and have demonstrated all the qualifications to receive a certificate of graduation from the Des Moines Public Schools. Esteemed school board members Maria Alonzo Diaz and Kimberly Martirano, as interim superintendent of Des Moines Public Schools, I proudly commend to you the presentation of diplomas, the Hoover High School Class of 2022.
Afra Adam. Diksha Maya Arakari. Barafodam Adubi. Kinbek Ajung. Romak Mohammed Alabandani. Jenny Alvarenga. Eric Omori. Nuzi Andreas. Taryn Bates. Michael Beach. Mason Beckler. Daniel Beadle. Peyton Biddle. Nay Blute. Maria Bonin. Rachel Brock. Leah Breitsprecher. Shyla Broaddus. Christian Boezo. Joseph Biabel. Jaylene Cavillo. Mercer Carter Shields. Araceli Castillo Morera. Jessica Chavez Osorio. Angel Cisneros. Caden Clark. Grace Klingon. Katie Collier. Yvonne Camacho. Nick Condor. Alyssa Cone. Samuel David Curry III. Billy Dang. Thaw Dar. Kaylee Dean. Sadine Devidich. Giovanni Ellis. Catherine Enriquez Enriquez. Somi Evergarden. Carlos Fabian Fabian. Caden Feldman. Prince Faudet. Ethan Fong. Callie Garcia. Cesar Garcia. Vicente Garcia. Odalis Garcia Vasquez. Melanie Gasca Granadas. Josue Acosta. Xavier Goodrich. Castor Grimes. Ahmad Hamid. Asal Hamid. Adia Harwell. Xander Harwell. Adam Hassan. Ian Hawks. Ildi Hajirai. Mia Henry. Cameron Hensley. Jennifer Hernandez Beltran. Jonathan Hernandez Rodriguez.
Sean Houchins McCollum. May 2. Alyssa Hull. Alex Iman Ishimwe. Morgan Jackson. Zachariah Jama. Carly Jeffries. Hillary Jimenez Garmendia. Lillian Johns. Sage Johnson. Billy Kemp. Logan Cleese. Bua Cora. Angela Kubalik. Mint Jaw. Rayshawn Larkin. Kayla Lee. Ong Lei. Kayla Logue. Daisy Azucena Lucas Luna. Maritza Lucia Lopez Jimenez. Rosara Lopez Lorenzo. Nelly Luama. Anna Makuda. Casper Malinowski. Alec Martinez. Angel Martinez. Sergio Martinez. Frida Martinez. Ayub Matan. Elias McGuffin. La May. Me May. No May. Ooh May. Irvin Mendoza. Kawa Mita. Serena Miller. Andrew Milne. Keela Minard. Gabriella Mishler. Rosa Mukanya. Hamida Mokhtar. Krine Mu. Ku Mu. Pa Sur Mu. Nathan Morrissey. Roger Mtenga. Bienven Munazero. Enoch Musango. Alisawa Mwamba. Emma Miley. Nu Na. Yoko Namio. Nadia Napokea. Serenity Nelson. Jason Wen. Fook Wen. Mi Ni. Enoch Niabatenga. Rosette Nionishu. Isaiah Ogden. Devin Patterson. Selman Pepelyak. Vicente Perez.
Megan Pham. Winnie Pham. Trang Phan. Adrian Ramirez. T. Ray. Tu Ray. Jasmine Reyes. Abby Rebarger. Jade Rodriguez Rodriguez. Alex Rourke. Jal Rouch. Reese Rabino. Chevelle Ruchty. Carlos Ruiz. Kanisha Rushing. Martha Sadie. Mary San. Mina Sanchez Andrews. Eric Sandoval Moreno. Lorelei Saunders. Kalia Saxton. Danny Sarugo. Meadow Shackelford. Mook Shaw. Sifa Apollina. Ariana Sills. Jude Smith. To So. Ba Su. Beatrice Sullivan. Jesme Tabora Sarmiento. Georgetta Taboo. Bawi Tong. Kine Teen. Teresa Tolley. Janisha Tracy. Andrew Tran. Tu Tran. Robert Turner. Tygia Turner. Hunter Twombly. Nyadang Wall. Charles Walker. Alerica Ware. Gabriella Ware. Tierra Wells. Aisha White. Devonte White. Akila Williams. Janiyah Williams. Leasia Williams. Lachey Williams. Portia Wilson. Xander Winiger. Lydia McKinney. Arobe War. Kothathine Yin.
Graduates, please stand. Graduates, move your tassels from the right to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present the Herbert Hoover High School graduating class of 2020.